not doing too good on relationships.
What are you talking about?
Well, had a situation.
What's the deal?
Never mind.
Tell me.
No, just...
Tell me, just between me and you.
Yeah, just... I can't talk about it.
Well, we've got our guest coming up here. Will you talk to her about it? Because she's an author and an expert.
Is she a doctor?
Well, let's...
She's got to be a doctor.
I don't believe so. Donna Arp Weitzman, are you a doctor? You're a relationship expert, it says.
Yes, I have an honorary doctorate in law.
Doctor, I'm not getting along with my sister.
Yes, your sister?
Yeah, can you help me out here? Or is this just for
Like,
with
How close are you?
husband-wife relationships is what
sorry.
she's involved in.
I'm sorry,
not
Donna.
You're
I
mad at
didn't
your
read
sister,
the,
your
yeah,
little
I'm
sister.
sorry.
That ain't.
Yeah, I misunderstood.
No, if you have a problem with your wife,
Oh,
I'm
no,
sure
that's
Donna
fine.
can help.
No, that's fine, Donna. I'm sorry.
Relationship expert, the author of Sex and the Siren, Tales of Later Dating, and some of the stuff that we wanted to talk to you, Donna. Well, first off, welcome to the program.
I'm happy to be here.
Talking about, and this seems so basic to me, I don't know why people make a deal out of it, that women are more likely, are more picky about a man's looks than they let on. You know what's?
Yes.
We all. I mean, 'cause that's the first cue that you are attracted to somebody is the way they look. Why is that a big deal?
So what you're saying are women are shallow, kind of.
Well, I think they're embarrassed to admit that looks mean more to them than what they admit that it is. And actually, as you guys already said, looks are very important. In fact, most studies show that women gravitate toward those with a better look.
But, Donna, isn't it about personality? I know I'm not like that. I don't really look at someone and think about just the attraction. I think about what's in their heart.
Mm-hmm. I'm not for sure about that, but I will give you the benefit of the doubt and say you're one of the unusual ones because most people assess the person by how they look right off the bat. Now, it's more important to some than others. And I always warn people when they're doing that. There's an old song by Dr. Hook back in the 1970s.
And the Medicine Show.
If you're in love with a beautiful woman, watch her eyes. It's because she'll break your heart. Oh, and there's a reason for that. The beautiful people have more choices.
But, would you agree with me, Donna, that, I mean, that is your first cue. You look at him and you go, okay, I find that person attractive. Then you get to know him. I mean, the looks ain't going to carry you far, but that's what gets you in the door is what I'm saying.
Yes, it does get you in the door, and it's still more important, though. I mean, it's more important than we let on. We all say that we love people for their sense of humor and their personality and all of those things. And I'm not saying that's not true, but generally looks do have something to do with it. It's almost like, if you look in a magazine, you kind of like to see the pretty model. And it's the same thing in person.
Donna, let me ask you to hang on for 30 seconds, if you don't mind. Our guest, Donna Arp Weitzman, relationship expert. Eddie and Tracy, our guest, relationship expert, Donna Arp Weitzman.
Donna, can we be brutally honest here?
Please.
Don't you find when men get older, they get better, right? They're better listeners. They've got Jack. They've got, they ask people, about women. Let's face it, when they get into their 30s, I mean, it's downhill after that. Don't you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that. I think men, when they get in their 60s, age more quickly often than the women. So maybe there's a time in there that the guys might look better, but I think in the overrun, it all evens out late in life.
And the book is called Sex and the Siren, Tales of Later Dating. Donna, do you have experience in dating later in life?
Yeah, what's your situation, Donna?
Well, I'm married now, but I had a lot of tales of a later dater because I started out on the dating scene after almost 30 years of marriage, and I was in my 50s, and I've got to tell you, it was traumatic.
Oh, I'm trying to. First of all, you're very attractive. I'm looking at a picture of you. You look like a serious gilf. Very attractive. So you really didn't start dating until you got in your 50s. I mean, at age 50 for a woman, you think you're calling it quits.
That's a tough time. But you know what? It's all kind of changing in today's world. People are dating older. They're going on dating sites. They're, about 40% of the people on Match.com, I just read, have been married before. So there's, it's a whole new situation than what it was when we were in our 20s.
Well, back in the day, Donna, you always see these women. Maybe their husband might die early, or again, divorce was rare. Was rare where I came from.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that's exactly right, Ed.
You might they might lose their spouse, and they would never. I mean, maybe they lost their husband, say whatever, 52, 55 years old, and they never dated again, just because that seemed to be the acceptable thing to do, right?
Well, I guess so, but that's not how it is now. They date in nursing homes now.
Oh, that's
so
disgusting.
Yes, they do. I've heard that.
Oh no, they're dating. They're having relationships. Men are very popular in the retirement centers.
You know, I think I read something, and maybe it was
I know what you're going to say.
a retirement home in California, that there was a spread of venereal diseases.
That's common.
Is that true?
That's all over the place.
That is true.
You got to wrap it up, don't you, Donna?
They don't use protection, so that's something our seniors have to get used to, is using protection. Not for childbirth, obviously, but certainly for STDs and all kinds of diseases.
Now,
so
wait a minute. I don't understand.
Important.
So I'm having a problem. I almost gagged. So these people in a nursing home are having sex with the lights off, right?
That's right, and everything else off.
But yeah, that place. What's the place down in Florida? The Villages. That's apparently just a wild place, man.
A lot of wife swapping.
So, Donna, talk about you said 30 years of marriage. Did somebody have to talk you into going back out there and getting busy, or you just said, you know what, I'm going to sit around here and mope. I'm going to go out there and get something done?
I planned it. I tried to put myself in positions where I could meet people, and it's something that it's not left up to chance. If you're going to find somebody, you've got to work at it.
Wait a minute, Donna. Are you talking about you going from bed to bed? Is that what you were doing at 50 years?
You go from place to place and meet people. So the bedroom will take care of itself.
Now, you weren't sleeping around, though, were you, Donna? You weren't a little hoe, were you?
Not sleeping around.
You sound like a fine Southern lady, and I wouldn't be doing that type of thing.
Right, prim and proper, but we girls have to get out there. We can't just sit at home knitting and hoping somebody will pop in the door. That's not going to happen.
Okay, let's say you've got this date with this old bastard, right? This old guy, got no teeth. So you go out with him. How many dates do you have before he gets to second base with you, Donna?
Well, I'm not going to answer for me, but I'm going to answer for all of us women. Generally speaking, the third date is when the couple gets more intimate.
Really?
That's sort of a rule of thumb.
Now, what is second base? Is that kind of over the T-shirt or something, over the sweater?
Second base is wherever we want to put the bases.
I love it.
We can move them around.
How long did it take you after your divorce, Donna, to start going out again? You said you had a plan. How long?
About 3 months.
That's not bad.
That ain't bad. Donna, I have read a lot on the whole speed dating. I think if someone is really looking for someone to date, that speed dating, I think you could probably get a good feel for someone. Don't you think?
Actually, I don't.
I
don't think you can get a good feel for someone until you sit down with them and spend a lot of hours with them. You need to walk and talk and be in different circumstances with them, different places. That's really important.
Yeah, but you know what? That's also what we were talking about, that gets you in the door thing. If you find them physically attractive, you can figure that out real quick.
That's absolutely the truth, and that's where speed dating comes in. So if you are choosing to speed date, make sure you look your best.
Let me ask you, as far as...
It's a misnomer to think that they date us for our heart and for our head.
You're in your 50s. How many people date for money? For a sugar daddy, or in your case, a sugar gilf? How many people, really look for someone that has some jack?
Well, you're speaking of what I call in my books the cougars and kittens. A cougar is a woman looking for a younger man generally, and 12 years apart is generally the kind of the rule of thumb to be labeled a cougar. Now, if you're a kitten and you're younger, and a lot of kittens can be interested in, obviously, a man of means, that means you're at least 12 years younger than the guy that you're seeking out.
Our guest is Donna Arp Weitzman. And Donna, what's the youngest fellow that you went out with in your dating career after your divorce?
Probably in his late 40s, and I was in my mid-50s.
Oh. Hey, can I ask my partner a question? Had you ever dated an older woman?
No.
You know,
I'm right. My
You're
wife is the
missing
only.
out.
Well, I've been married for 20 years. My dating career is kind of behind
Out
me.
there. Give it a try.
Donna, I tell you what, I dated one older woman in my lifetime when I was in my late 20s, and she was like, I think she was probably early 60s. I loved it when she kept her dentures out. That was very
Well, there you go. There, and she probably liked it when she patted you on the head and said, "Good boy."
Yes. Go get me an iced tea, honey. So, Donna, you are happily remarried, I'm taking it? Is that the deal?
Happily remarried 5 years, still on our honeymoon.
All right. Well, Donna, it's a pleasure. People can find the book. It is Sex and the Siren, Tales of Later Dating. Where can they go? What can they do? Do you have a website as well?
Yes, I do. DonnaArpWeitzman.com. They can see me on Facebook. The book is on Amazon.com. Has been selling very well. And, of course, my first book, Cinderella Has Cellulite, was the bestseller on Amazon.
Oh, cellulite. What do you do for cellulite?
We all have it. So we just wear it proudly and keep it covered up.
And who's the lucky man that you married, Donna?
I married Mr. Weitzman in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, see, Dallas, I know he's got money.
I know he's got.
Yeah,
he's
got some money, doesn't he?
Huh?
So you're not stupid.
I don't know. He didn't show me his bank account.
You're a smart woman.
I guarantee you
got a
didn't
lot
have
of
to.
money in there.
Donna, it's a lot of fun talking to you. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Donna.
Take care, guys. Be safe up there.
All right. There's Donna Arp Weitzman.
Good for her. In her 50s, found a guy. 5 years into that relationship.